What is going on, guys? It's your boy Slick, and today we're going to be reviewing or watching over a game I had in the M60 Rise in Sim mode. So I haven't played Sim yet since the most recent patch, and yet that at 6.0. So I played a little bit of MBT. I'll show you a video of that maybe later on today or tomorrow, depending on what's been going on. It's been tough with this construction that I can't record commentaries during the day. So I have to do a lot of post commentary for at least the week until the construction's done. Hope you guys hold in there. But I want to go over this gameplay because it was actually a pretty rocking game in the M60. I want to play this tank. I played the MBT, I think, 3 games before this, and I did all right. I think 4 or 5 kills. But I wanted to play the Rise. I wanted to try the Rise. It's a little bit slower. You can't get in as many problem spots as you can in the MBT. Because when you have a tank that's faster than everything in the game, it opens up new doors, like new opportunities of places to go to. But when it does that, you can get yourself into situations that you don't know how to get out of. At least I've learned that the MBT will get me into certain spots on the map that I've never been before in that speed or from that speed. So I don't look in the right spots to see where the enemies are in comparison to where I am. So the thing with the M60 is I know how far it can go. I know how fast it is. So with this one, I felt way more comfortable playing it in Sim. It was less of a change. And then the APFSDS and this L7, like I said before, is just absolutely powerful. It crushes tanks completely. So we're here. We went on the left side, the western spawn, right? Yeah, western spawn. And I went over the hill. I didn't see anybody, which was surprising to me. I really thought we would have ran into somebody by now, but we didn't. So we go into, there's a one tank, but I mean for four KPZs were up here with me, and then myself. There was no tanks on the side of the map, so I'm just figuring out what to do, figuring out my situation. I'm getting help prepared from King. Shout out to King for coming and playing with me today too. It was pretty cool, but you know, I'm just like looking around and stuff, figuring out what's going on. I like on this map to usually come to this hill. I think it's a really powerful position, especially if the enemies have a little bit slower of a tank. They usually can't get up to the hill as fast as like a Hellcat in the lower tier event, for example, and you can just peek over the hill and kill all the Panzer IVs. So, you know, that's what I thought would happen this match, but nobody came over here. I actually had to end up driving. I had to drive all the way across back on the opposite side of the map to try to find somebody to kill, which is just insane in its own right. But it turned out all right. I just thought that this was the poppin' side of the map. I guess I was wrong. Let me know in the comments which side of the map you guys like to see, because, you know, I usually have these strategies on the maps, and I only do one thing. Like, all I do is the one strategy on each map. I don't really, change up what I do unless I'm playing in a tournament or anything. So I don't know if that actually affects... It might affect how I play. I mean, I'm sure if I started to go with the team, I'd have better games, but less crazy games overall. And then I think the fact that, you know, when I'm on by myself and my team doesn't spawn with me, I have a higher damage potential. I can potentially kill a ton of tanks or something like that. So yeah, I'm just moving back across the map, checking around. We see KPZs. Not many people have been spotted. There's still only one death, I think. There's a MiG up who's been killing people, and I think a MiG got shot down as well. But I can't find anybody. I hate matches like this when you end up having to get out of your original position and kind of move across the map. So I'm kind of careless now, and I'm just moving through like I have, you know, countless times on this map. It seems like I'm playing it from a different perspective now, you know what I mean? When this map, which is sideways from the normal Normandy, when it is on its side like this, I find it very hard to transition spots and still think where the enemies can be, because I'm so used to them being directly in front of me from the way I'm traveling. Like right here, when I play the map like this, it's so hard for me to look to my left, even though that's where they spawn, because I'm so used to remembering this map as Conquest in the sideways form. You know, I'm looking at the church, I'm looking at the capture point, which is A, which is normally C, from the way I know the map, if you guys understand what I'm saying. So it's like this weird thing that happens. So if you guys are playing Sim and stuff, especially on this map, just take note of that. That's something I have to be better about as well. I have to notice that, you know, I should be thinking about the enemies being in different positions than where I normally am. I think that's like the next step as like a player, is you kind of start to do even more elite things. Now, that was a problem. I killed him, which was good, but I was looking towards the church because of that guy's mark, and his mark was completely off, and it just really got me really smoked me there. I almost died. Thank God. I think he missed. He hit my engine block with an APFSDS shell and killed my loader, I think, on the left side of the turret. So, you know, I got very lucky that he didn't kill me and I was able to put a return shot in. But that kind of gives you the whole idea of what 6.0 is, or 9.0 is at in Sim. It's very, very about the first shot and if you kill on the first shot or not. Because most of these tanks can react very fast to what you do, especially like a KPZ or an MBT-70, T-64 even. They all have fast reloads, autoloaders, really good shells, and you can't count them out until they're completely done. But now is where the fun business happens. I'm moving into the side of the map that I, you know, want to find the enemies. You can see a KPZ there, so I don't think anybody could be to the right. And little do we know that everybody flanked completely around. So there goes the KPZ right behind me, so King. And there goes the KPZ that was next to me. So I drive over this and kill a 120, and I know that there's a guy in the town who killed King, so because he called it out. So I'm doing this. Also, sorry again for the no sound, but even when I record like this, unless I mute my mic, you can hear the construction, and when you hear the construction, it's not fun. It drowns everybody out. But when I'm playing Sim, I have to talk to people. I can't, like, if I'm playing with somebody, I can't not, you know, talk to them. So this is where I died, the first death. This guy was in a crazy position. You can see him. He's in the like a corner of the map that I never would have looked. So I respawn. I think, okay, well, we'll go back, do as much damage as we possibly can. So I got 2 kills before dying. And now on the way back, it is just like a shooting gallery because of how distraught the enemy team was because of their positioning. I mean, all these KPZs came up from behind them. And you have to think about, they were pushing towards our spawn thinking the same thing we did on the other side. The only problem is the KPZs are way faster than a T-64 or T-62. So they were able to clear that hill on the left-hand side, kill all the threats, and get to the other side of the map before the enemies really got to our spawn. So you can see here, this T-64 is looking towards their spawn, not knowing what to do. 2 of us are behind him. So I just roll up behind him and kill him. I love shooting T-64's ammo carousel too. It just like cooks the top and they just completely go. So we're moving up behind them. Big thing here is just like pay attention to your map positioning. Not me necessarily. Me coming into this situation is good. I get to just look forward. But when you're an enemy, like this 906 saw his friend die, he didn't look over here. I'm looking immediately for that T-62 who killed me. But that 906, instead of stopping and looking at what killed the T-64, he just kept driving. So it's all about awareness. I think that's just a tip for Sim, is like keep your awareness up. Now I'm in these bushes, and I noticed a bush blew up next to me, so I'm looking for the IT-1 that shot it. I had a feeling that it was shot at me, and it had to be an IT-1. So I call out my position. I see the rocket come in. I don't know what he was shooting at, but I spot him. Try to shoot him through the bush. It wasn't going to work, so I just push up, and I figure I can soak a shell if I need to with this ERA. And I put one through his upper front plate, and sayonara. The IT-1 really can't do much against an M60 Rise. It's kind of like a hard counter for it in some ways, but, you know, I just really like the Rise. I liked it from the beginning. You guys know that. So I'm looking over to the right now, still looking for that T-62, and I find him, put a shot over, and hit him straight in the top of the turret. I don't know how that didn't kill any guys in the tank, but regardless, we penned him, right? And, you know, I'm just looking around. I look past that 906 right here. I don't even know if you guys can catch it, but I know because I get shot in the game, and it was really bad on my end because I'm looking at these T-64 and the T-62 because the T-64 just popped up. And then out of nowhere, I get hit by the 906, and I still can't find him. And he bounces again, fortunately enough, and then I do find him and put a shell in him. But sorry, I thought I heard something. I had to stop the commentary. But yeah, the 906 almost caught me off guard. He caught me lacking. But it's nice I didn't die there. Then I put a shot at the T-64. Of course, I shoot way too far behind, and I only get his engine. Thankfully, I do get his engine, and he stops. So I back up, and I start to third person this, trying to be cheeky. I check it. You see that I shot over him just a little bit, so I aim the circle down just a tad bit. I'm reloading. He starts to back up, but I'm tracking him, and bang. There's that third person shot through that bush. ULQ. Rest in peace. So that's basically it for the game today. I start messing with this T-62, but I don't end up getting him. I don't think. I might get another tank, maybe like a Shoka or something. I don't know. But other than that, we didn't have any more luck in this match. I had a ton of fun playing it though, and I think that I want to get back into Sim, especially in the top tier. Let me know what you guys want to see. Do you want to see maybe the T64 and the MiG combo in Sim? I could definitely do that later on tonight without losing my voice. Oh my god, I just ate some pasta, and I guess little pasta ain't sitting in the throat too well, ain't sitting in the stomach too well. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video. I will see you in the next one.
I was a terror since the public school era. Bathroom passes, cutting classes, squeezing asses. Smoking blunts was a daily routine since 13. A chubby nigga on the scene. I used to have the tray deuce and the deuce in my bubble goose. Now I got the Mac in my knapsack, lounging black, smoking sacks up in axe and sidekicks with my sidekicks, rocking fly kicks.